I'd like to call the October meeting of the Rockland Community College Board of Trustees to order. The time is 7:06 p.m. Mr. Secretary, will you call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Trustee Ron Wortendyke.
Here.
Trustee Mary Lou Dillon.
Here.
Trustee Glenn Valentine. Here. Trustee Marilyn Dykstra.
Here.
Trustee Rita Eckert.
Here.
Trustee Susan O'Connor.
Here.
Trustee Joe Ram.
Here.
Trustee Melvin Tug. Tom. Trustee Richard Hoyt. Trustee Fatima Farouk.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, we have a
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I'd like to make a quick announcement right at the beginning of the meeting here. I'd like to congratulate two people. One is our Ben Naylor, Chief of Staff and Board Secretary, and his wife on the birth of their second child, George O'Hara Naylor. And secondly, I'd very much like to congratulate Mary Lou Dillon, our trustee, who is our representative to NYSET, on receiving the Donald M. Mowiney Jr. Trustee Leadership Award from the New York Community College Trustees Association.
congratulations.
And well deserved.
I understand I'm on Facebook.
Okay, on the consent agenda tonight, we have two items. We have the previous meeting minutes and one resolution regarding the approval of the lowest responsible bidder for the C newsletter contract number RFTGS01-17. It's resolution 39, 2017. Can I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Have a second? Susan? Susan, second. Any comments, questions? I'd just like to announce that these resolutions have all been discussed at our workshop meeting and been vetted at that meeting. So, no further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Is there any public comment this evening? Okay, thank you. Dr. Deere, Academic Affairs.
Good evening. You have my written report. I don't have any resolutions, but I would like to make an announcement. Dr. John Graham, who's the Associate Provost for Student Affairs and University Life with SUNY System Administration, called me about 2 months ago, and he said there are several people who have mentioned up at SUNY that we are doing some things with student success, in particular our 2-in-1 Connection Center. So I gave them the history of reading all the paragraphs and the late withdrawals, and I said, you know what? I said, instead of the fact, I'm not just going to send you a bunch of literature. I said, why don't you, I'll have Joe Falco, who's our coordinator of the 2-in-1 Center, call you and tell you a little bit about the students we serve. So 2 weeks ago, I got a letter from Joe, and Joe said that he's been invited as coordinator of our 2-in-1 Connection Center to present to the SUNY Board of Trustees and the Chancellor regarding our services that we provide at RCC through the 2-in-1 Connection Center. And what we were doing in particular with our food insecure students so that our model could be shared with other SUNY Community College. And that speaks volumes for what we're doing here for the non-cognitive issues that face our students. So I'm very proud of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Okay, thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Deere. Vice President Stilley, Student Services.
Good evening. You have received my written report. I do just want to add this evening that registration for the spring semester will begin on November 15th. And in our efforts to continue to build our bridge from education to a career model, we will be requiring all students who do not designate a firm program at the point of application to complete an online education and career planning module. That will allow our advisors and our counselors to better help them select the right course, ultimately select the right program, and should aid in their completion. And that's my report for the evening.
Any questions, comments? Thank you, Dana. Okay, Finance and Administration, Dr. Nair Hussain.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The housing is moving very slowly, but it is moving. We recently got word from the county attorney office that the change in the law that had to be made for the land lease is official. And Brian Quinn, our attorney, will be drafting an agreement between the county and RCC Student Housing Association to provide for a 50-year land lease agreement with an option to renew for another 50 years. That's an important step in securing the financing. If anybody has any questions.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hussain. Do we have a board secretary report?
No, Mr. Secretary, just the minutes.
Thank you. Joe, Foundation report?
We have the foundation has a new student representative, whose name is?
Amir Abdul Qadir.
Thank you. And as well as another new representative, someone that works at ONR. They've got a couple of new, I think in the report, I think she cited a couple of new scholarships that have been granted or have been funded. And there's some, in the MOU, the memorandum of understanding between the foundation and the college, which has been negotiated back and forth for the last couple of years, has been approved by the foundation board. It's going to next comes to us for our approval. And then and there's some discussion about what for some of the events that are going to surround the inauguration and different fundraising opportunities that's going to provide.
Excellent. Any questions? Thank you, Mr. Wren. NICET report.
Right now, the New York Community College trustees are emphasizing the importance of advocacy for both the governor's office as well as the legislature with the budget being drafted. And there is a big push on getting community colleges to send representatives of the various constituencies of each school for Advocacy Day, which this year I believe is going to be in January, to show how important what we do in the whole pipeline of education in New York State is, and to show how inadequate the funding is. Getting back to what Dr. Deere said before, not only was RCC recognized for the 211 program at the NICET conference, RCC was recognized for scaling Quantway and helping our sister schools. This is correct? Yes, our sister schools to assist students in math. Yes, in math. The new funding formula, which is being proposed, was discussed. We also, let's see, yes, that's enough. The rest will come out. I send the rest of the board a report, which is basically a summary of each of the workshops that I go to. But those are the most important things that were covered.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Student government, Fatima Farouk.
Well, students have voiced a number of concerns about campus safety, including the lack of security cameras in parking lots and the lack of a nurse's office. So I will be meeting with Bill Murphy later this week to discuss some of these concerns and see what can be done about them.
Thank you. Any questions? Thank you very much. Is there any old or new business? Thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Ileana? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Motion carries.